For centuries we were taught that beyond our horizon there exist spherical bodies suspended in an impossible void, separated by distances measured in light years and governed by models designed by those who always sought to reduce the scale of the human being to insignificance. That narrative served well to mold the mind. If those worlds were distant, inaccessible, unknowable, then there was no need to explore the real frontiers. One only had to look at the sky and believe that everything above was too far, too cold, too immense to ever be reached by human hands. Yet the ancient records, those that survived the 1728 reset, propose an entirely different truth. There are no unreachable worlds floating in nothingness. What we call planets are in reality other lands, other dome worlds, located beyond the ice walls, arranged in successive concentric rings, each sealed beneath its own dome. Their distance is not measured in light years, but in levels. They are not above us, they are beyond us. They are horizontal territories, immense, unfathomable, connected only through passages that remain guarded, sealed, or altered by the castes that govern the structure of the Great Dome. The ancient navigators who crossed the Antarctic Ring described lands where the geometry of the projected sky was entirely different. They said the light behaved in unfamiliar ways, as if each region possessed its own projection algorithm. One of those lands referred to in the texts as the ancestral lands filled those who dared to cross the walls with knowledge long before treaties existed and long before military bases monitored the region as they do today. Even then, the custodial and Anunnaki dominion had already altered the climate and made the region impossible to navigate. So how could this be? Wasn't our home supposed to be a rotating sphere? Their accounts revealed instead that we were part of a system of dome worlds. This one in particular sealed beneath a projection of the skies designed to confuse us. There were colossal continents beyond the frozen walls, vast expanses where the invisible dome projector could no longer fully modulate the blue tones of the artificial sky. The same happened with Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Eris, Thuban, Markab, Shedar, and so many other names taught today as stars, constellations, or remote spheres. In truth, each corresponded to a dome world beyond our own, each with distinct flora, ancient structures, and civilizations, some of which never experienced the reset that reshaped current humanity. What official science calls stellar distance was simply the inability to access those territories after the custodians sealed the passages between the first dome and the outer regions. To hide the external lands, they projected skies, stars, and supposed unreachable worlds. It was far easier to convince humanity that everything was too far away than to reveal that the true limit was physical, tangible, a wall that could, in theory, be crossed. When the pre-reset peoples looked upon the projected vault above them, they did not see galaxies. They saw reflections of the upper oceans. The projection of the invisible dome functions as a fractal membrane that captures signals, energies, and luminous patterns originating from beyond the Antarctic Ring, and reinterprets them as stars and celestial bodies. This is why the ancients claimed that every star had its twin land, a physical territory emitting the luminous information later transformed into projection within our dome. Within this framework, what we call Venus is not a burning sphere millions of kilometers away, but a warm land enclosed within a dome distinct from ours, with its own ecosystem, atmosphere, and projected cycle, accessible by traveling horizontally, not upward as science claims today. The same is true for all other so-called planets. Each is an external region, inaccessible through the current routes, yet tangible, real, solid, beneath the feet of those who once walked them before manipulation took full hold. The idea that they are far away exists only because the custodians altered navigation data, destroyed the maps of Great Tartaria, and manufactured a cosmology designed to discourage anyone from seeking the outside. The distances we were taught, millions of kilometers, light years, empty abysses, were introduced to bury the possibility of travel. But in the ancestral cartography, each planet was represented as a territory beyond the ice walls, separated not by space, but by energetic frontiers. Each land had its own climate, its own dome, its own civilization, its own technological development, independent from the manipulation that affected the known lands after 1728, though the colonizers eventually managed to interfere with other dome worlds as well. The lands beyond the walls are the planets. The stars are the representations of the reality of their domes. The sky is the projection designed to keep us from remembering the true map, our home, and our purpose.